For the 100% cheapest coins on the internet with reliable delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 22 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the best free 89 overall campus hero I would recommend you guys select. Now, as you guys may or may not know, there was the opportunity to literally get 3 free 89s from this promo. Honestly, pretty insane. I made a video earlier today showcasing the fastest way to get these cards for free. I'll drop it down below in the description if you want to check it out. But assuming you guys have watched that, and assuming you're in a situation where you have this pack right here, let me talk about the cards I would recommend you select. Now, before we do that, go on ahead and read the pinned comment. I guarantee I'll get you. So assuming I just got you right there, let's get into the video, boys. We're going to be going over my top 6 campus hero players I would recommend you guys consider and hopefully select one of these cards. So basically, the way we're going to be doing this video is we're going to be going over 6 players like I said before, starting it off at the 6th spot and moving on up to the number 1 position. In my opinion, if you guys don't have a theme team and you're not selecting a player based on the team they play for, I would recommend you guys go for one of these players. I'm going to give you a reason why you could consider each of these cards, but these players are also going to be ranked 6 through 1. So in my opinion, the 1 card is the best one to consider, 2 is the second best, but as you guys go through this list and you watch this video and then eventually make your selection, I would recommend that you guys also consider the team fit. Now, what I mean by that is, let's say for example I had a cornerback at the number 1 spot, but your corners are really good. Then I would recommend you guys move down the list and maybe get the 2 player. If you've already got a good player at that position, then you could move on down and get the 3 player. So you guys should use this video and use this list combined with the players and the needs that you have on your team to make your selection. Okay, so let's open up this pack, boys, and let's go over my top 6 players that I'd recommend you guys select. Coming in at the 6th spot, we are going to have Derek Thomas. Now, Derek Thomas is an absolutely insane pass rusher in this game, probably one of the best in this game. I would say he's probably better than DeMarcus Ware. Let's take a look at the stats on the card right here. As you guys can see, he is going to be an outside linebacker coming in at 85 speed and 87 acceleration. Pretty crazy right there when it comes to an outside linebacker, and when it comes to a pass rusher, that's actually just as fast as Deion Jones, so pretty good. And then moving on down, Derek Thomas is just a super balanced card. 88 block shed, 88 power move, 87 finesse move. All of those stats that you want to be high on a pass rusher are high on this card. He's basically almost at a 90 for all of those. Tackling and play rec are pretty nice as well. In my opinion, Derek Thomas comes in at the 6th spot, and if you're looking for a pass rusher, this is probably the best one in this promo. Just make sure that you have your Derek Thomas set to be the rush specialist. I'll explain what I mean really quickly. So if you guys ended up selecting Derek Thomas and you want to make sure that he's going to be rushing for you, I would go here and go to your specialist on your lineup and put Derek Thomas at either rush right end or rush left end. That's going to ensure that he's going to be on the edge and he's going to be pass rushing rather than dropping in his zone as a linebacker. Now, slotting in at the number 5 spot right here is going to be Mr. Roll. We're not looking at the stats through the pack anymore because honestly, you guys couldn't see all the stats. It's going to be a lot better this way. Taking a look at his stats, he is sitting at 90 speed and 88 acceleration. And as you guys know, in this game, speed absolutely kills. There's 91 speed receivers, which means you got to get a cornerback that's got the best speed possible. This is the fastest cornerback in this promo. So Entra Roll is coming in at great speed right there. Otherwise, he's got pretty solid physical stats. 88 for acceleration, 86 for agility. As we scroll on down and take a look at the COD, that's at an 88. I think that's an important stat to note on a card. And then additionally, good play rec at an 86. He's more of a man cover corner with 87 man and 84 zone, 83 press to go along with 6 foot height. Honestly, just a super balanced card. Usually when it comes to these really fast corners in the game, I feel like their zone and man are quite low, but this card actually has pretty solid zone and pretty solid man. And of course, he's got really good physical stats. If you're looking for a corner, this is someone to consider. Now, at the number 4 spot right here, we have B-Dog's 89 overall campus hero card. When it comes to this Brian Dawkins card, I feel like the reason why I've got him higher than Entra Roll is because I think free safety is a little bit more of an important position than corner this year. Usually corner is like by far the most important position on defense, but just based on the way this game plays this year, I feel like you don't notice that big of a difference between different corners, but you definitely notice a big difference between free safeties. And like I mentioned in previous videos, I do think safeties might provide a little bit more value to you this year because of their versatility. People love to throw deep, so you need a safety that's got some speed back there. 88 speed, 89 excel. I wish that was at 89 speed, 89 excel, but 88 we can't complain. Otherwise, a really nice user. As you guys can see, the COD is going to be solid at an 88, pretty good right there. He's also 6 foot. He can also play run defense with great hit power, and of course the zone is really good as well if you want to drop him back. So just based on how this game is played, in my opinion, I think those safeties that are in like cloud flat zones or deep blue zones are very important zones on your field, and you want to make sure you've got a card that maximizes basically any stat possible, and Brian Dawkins is maximizing a lot of stats. High speed, high excel, good height, good zone coverage, good hit power, good play rec. He can really do it all. Really nice card right here. I know a lot of people will want this player, and if you're looking for a defensive player, I would say between him and Mr. Roll, those are the options you want to consider. Why am I calling him Mr. Roll? Then moving on to the 3 spot right here, we have Roy Williams at wide receiver. Now, I'll give you guys a little hint. There's 2 wide receivers at the number 3 and the number 2. just comes down to depending who you prefer and who is going to fit your scheme a little bit better. Now, when it comes to this Roy Williams card, he's got 90 speed, 90 acceleration. The player I'm going to show you guys next is a little bit faster, but is definitely smaller. So it depends what you value more. Do you prefer height or do you prefer speed? I know I prefer speed, but if you prefer height, Roy Williams right here is a lot taller than the other player I'm going to show you. Now, additionally, nice catching at an 86, nice CIT at an 86, solid spec catch, and the route running is really there for Roy Williams. I feel like I played with this Roy Williams card in solo challenges, and I didn't like him as much as I liked the other receiver. I feel like he didn't feel as fast as the other guy. The other guy that I'm going to show you feels like he brings more speed to the field, but Roy Williams, if you're looking for a bigger bodied receiver, and that's kind of what you need in your scheme, go ahead, select Roy Williams, and you'll definitely not regret it. The man is absolutely huge, and he also has 90 speed, 90 excel. Like, that's fast. I don't know why I'm undervaluing that right here. And then in my opinion, the number 2 player on this list is going to be Joey Galloway. As you guys can see, he's 5'11", so he's much smaller than the Roy Williams card, but he's got 91 speed and 90 excel, so he is faster and has better acceleration than the card. COD is pretty nice at a 90. I feel like he's going to be really sharp in and out of his routes, and then obviously to accompany that speed, he's got pretty good route running. 82 short, 85 medium, 87 deep. We'll take it. The catching is pretty good at an 85. I'm a little bit happy that the catching is solid. Usually I don't care about catching, but I feel like my Deshaun Jackson team builder, he literally like drops passes, so the fact that this is 85, I think that's good enough that he's not going to like drop any open passes, which is what you want to make sure with a wide receiver. But one thing that I also want to mention, and why I prefer this card to the Roy Williams, is because I feel like in this year's game, a lot of the time my wide receivers, they're like wide open. All they have to do is make the catch. I'm not really in contested situations all that often, and I think that having a wide receiver that's a little bit faster and can get to those spots and then make sure they don't need to make a contested catch is better than a wide receiver that's a little bit bigger and might be a little bit slower, but once he gets to that spot, he's okay at making the contested catch. If that ends up making sense, I don't know if that explanation made sense, but I definitely would say I prefer this card. That high speed, that high acceleration, it is just tough to pass up on. Then the final player that we have on this list right here is going to be 89 overall Vince Young. I personally have him at the 1 spot just because right now there's no quarterbacks that get escape artist. This guy is going to get escape artist, and just because of that reason, that's why we've got him in the 1 spot. You can tell between other cards in this game and the Vince Young, he is going to be far better because of that ability. When we compare wide receivers like Joey Galloway, there's already a receiver like Jamar Chase that's similar, but this card right here, this Vince Young, he is in a league of his own when it comes to that high speed. He's also 6'5". The throw power is nice at an 89, so that's going to be the highest in the game. There's no quarterback with faster than that. So basically, this quarterback, he's going to bring you that escape artist, which is awesome, and I think it's honestly worth a shot, and that's why I've got this card at the number 1. From what I've heard so far, he plays really well. I feel like escape artist is a little bit OP in this year's game because of the way that the blocking holds up on the O-line and the way that edge rushers aren't really that amazing when it comes to contain. The edge rushers really get sucked into the tackle, whether it's a left tackle or right tackle, and they won't really disengage all that well. So Vince Young being able to get out of the pocket and then just throw some lasers on either like a corner or a crosser, it's going to be really OP. That's why we have him at the number 1 spot. So in my personal opinion, we got Vince at the 1, we got Joey at the 2, and those are kind of my favorite 2 players. If you guys are looking for defense, you can definitely consider those other cards, and obviously based on like your needs on your team, you want to make this decision. You don't just want to pick Vince Young because I said so. If you already have a good quarterback, maybe look to one of those receivers. So yeah, I think the plan for me is to probably get Joey Galloway and Vince Young. I'm going to get those 2 cards for free, then we'll see what we do with our auctionable card, which is definitely going to take a while for me to obtain, but I'm really excited to get that receiver card. It's tough to pass up on the defense because I would love to get a little bit more help on defense. I feel like there's not like a really good strong safety in this promo that has like 89 speed or 90 speed. If there was a card that had that speed and was a strong safety, I'd probably have them at the 1 spot just because I would love to upgrade my user. But right now, I think Vince Young is the move, and I think Joey Galloway is the move. This year's an offensive meta, so I'm going to stack on the offensive side of the ball with those 2 free players, and then my 3rd one, we'll see what we end up doing. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know who you plan on picking down below in the comments, and let me know how many packs you were able to get for free. We'll probably open this up in a video maybe tomorrow. I might save it until I have both of the packs, and we'll open them both up and make our selections then. But yeah, that's going to do it for me, boys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you're not yet subbed to the channel and you do like this type of content, I do post this every single day, at least once a day. So hit that sub button if you guys are new. We'll take our 80 overall underclassmen player from our solos. And yeah, that's going to do it for me, boys. Hope you guys have enjoyed. And until next time, lads, I am out. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.